Hello guys, I'm Evan Galliano, welcome to my channel, and I'm here to talk about week 1 of the NFL season. Ooh, it's tonight guys. The NFL's back. That's, oof, I'm so excited. We haven't seen football in a long time, and I miss it. Tonight is the Chiefs versus Texans game for Thursday Night Football. Um, and I'm gonna talk about the week 1 winners for each game. And let me pull it up real quick. Okay, so in week 1 we have we have obviously Chiefs versus Texans, and I think this is gonna be a close game. But I think the Texans are kind of going to struggle without DeAndre Hopkins, who's on my Arizona Cardinals. And so I think they're going to struggle to get the points, but they are going to get points. Um, but I have the Chiefs winning. It's their first game after their Super Bowl win, and I just don't see how they're going to lose. Last year the Texans won in the regular season when they had D Hop, like barely, and now that they don't, I feel like they're gonna struggle. So I think the Chiefs are gonna win. Packers versus Vikings. I think, the Packers are. I don't think the Packers are gonna be as good as they were last year. They lost a couple of pieces on defense. Blake Martinez, who isn't the best, but he's a decent linebacker for them, and they already did not do good against the run last year against like the 49ers in the playoffs and stuff. And I don't think that the Packers can hold back the Vikings running backs like Dalvin Cook, Alexander Madsen, I think his name is, the backup. And then the Vikings just got Yannick Ngakoue on their defense. Their secondaries aren't great, but Packers wide receivers aren't great either. So I'm thinking that the Vikings win. Ravens versus Browns. I think the Ravens have something to prove, that they weren't just, a dominant regular season team. Even though this is the regular season, but they want to prove that they just, I don't know. I think that the Ravens are gonna win. I know that the Browns have a lot of offense, but I don't know if that's gonna mesh week 1, and their Myles Garrett's there now, after being suspended, but the Ravens added too much on their defense. So, Raiders versus Panthers. The Las Vegas Raiders have more weapons on offense. They got Henry Ruggs in the draft. They got the Dallas tight end. I'm blanking on his name, but Jason Witten, that's his name. They have Jason Witten now. They have Darren Waller still. They get Josh Jacobs back fully healthy. And that Panthers defense is not good. I like Brian Burns. I really like Brian Burns. I think he's a really good defensive end. And their secondary isn't great. They have one decent corner, They have, I think they still have Trey Boston, who used to be on the Cardinals, um, as a safety, but I don't know. I mean, I don't think CMC can just crush the Raiders that much. And the Raiders got better on the defensive line, so I'm gonna pick the Raiders. The Seahawks versus Falcons. It's pretty obvious, even though I don't like the Seahawks. I think the Seahawks are gonna win. The Falcon, I just don't like the Falcons as a team. The Seahawks added Jamal Adams, obviously, and they added Greg Olsen also on offense. So I think the Seahawks are going to win pretty easily. The Chargers versus Bengals, I think that's going to be a good game. Joe Burrow's first game in general. I think the Chargers defense is going to be too much for Joe. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game because I also don't believe in the Chargers' offense. Meaning, I believe in their weapons. I don't believe in their offensive line or their quarterback. So, and the Bengals' offensive line is not great either. So I'm going to pick the Chargers by a touchdown or something. Bucks versus Saints. My best friend is a fan of the Bucks because of Tom Brady. He's a fanboy of Tom Brady. And I just think that the Saints are going to win. I think they're a balanced team. I think they're going to be really good this year. And I don't have them winning the division. I don't have the Saints winning the division. But I think that they win this game for Drew Brees' last ride in the NFL. Steelers versus Giants. This is going to be easy. Steelers, they have Big Ben back. They have an elite defense. Juju is there. They have Deontay Johnson, who I like. And, yeah, I think I really like Saquon. I don't think he can carry this team. Their defense is not great. DeAndre Baker is not there with a secondary that was already not good. They have James Bradbury now, but yeah. Jets versus Bills. Bills are gonna win the division. Jets lost Jamal Adams. I think that's pretty easy. The Bills are going to win. Eagles versus Washington. I think this might be a sneaky game where it might be close. Because the Eagles lost a lot of players or lost 2 key starters on their offensive line, which the football team has a great defensive line. So I mean, I'm still going to pick the Eagles, but I think it might be a close game. And maybe Dwayne Haskins really progressed in the offseason. So I'm going to pick the Eagles to win in a close game. Colts versus Jags. I feel so sorry for Jags fans. It must suck. I have the Jags winning 2 games this year. And I think the Colts are going to win the division. Excuse me. So I'm picking the Colts pretty easily. The Jags are tanking for Trevor, I guess. And, yeah. The Lions versus Bears. I don't like the Bears. They are losing. No, they didn't lose any. Well, they lost Prince Amukamara on their secondary. They didn't have a first-round pick, and they added Cole Kmet, which I think he'll do good, but I don't know where he stands in that tight end room. It's like 10 tight ends. And I don't like the Bears' quarterbacks. Like they traded for Nick Foles, and he's gonna be the backup anyways. Like, you could have had Cam Newton instead, or Marcus Mariota or somebody, but then you pick Nick Foles just to be your backup. Like, I don't understand that. I think they're not going to do good this year. The Lions bring back Matt Stafford. Kenny Galladay's a beast. He's on my fantasy team with my dad. So I'm picking the Lions, and the Lions are at home. I don't know how much home field advantage is going to play in the season this year, but I'm picking the Lions. Patriots versus Dolphins. Patriots 0.5 basically, not 2.0. 0.5. I mean, they have Cam Newton, I guess. I don't know how he's going to do. I don't think he's going to do great, but you never know. Ryan Fitzpatrick gets a way to win, but I'm going to have the Patriots barely winning. I just think that the Patriots have a depleted defense too, but the Dolphins are just not, they aren't talented enough, I think, so I'm going to have the Patriots winning. Cardinals versus 49ers. I'm going to have a completely unbiased opinion. I think the Cardinals are going to win. I think that the 49ers, there's a saying in the NFL, if you don't get better, then you get worse. And they didn't bring anybody in. I mean, they replaced Joe Staley, I think it is, with Trent Williams, who hasn't played in 2018. And I just think that the Cardinals' weapons are just too much. I'm going to make a video on how the Cardinals and 49ers game will go, and I'll probably upload that Saturday or Sunday, and then I'll probably do a reaction after the game. So yeah, I think the Cardinals are going to win a close game, like 28-24, something like that. The Cowboys versus Rams, I think this is pretty easy. Rams got worse, so then they get super worse, I guess. The Rams, I don't think are going to do good this year. They lost Corey Middleton, I think his name is, the middle linebacker who went to the Raiders. And the Cowboys added CeeDee Lamb. They lost Byron Jones. And they, with a already depleted secondary, but I think that the Cowboys are going to win pretty easily. Broncos versus Titans. I just don't believe in the Titans this year. I don't believe in Ryan Tannehill. I believe in Derrick Henry. I love Derrick Henry. I wanted him in fantasy, but he was already taken. But I'm thinking that the Broncos go out and Drew Lock shows that he is actually the real deal. With Jerry Jeudy, Chance Sutton, I think his name is. Cortland Sutton, I mean. Apologize for that. And I know that Von Miller's gone, but I mean, I think Bradley Chubb can get the deal done. I mean, I don't know. I just think that the Broncos are going to go out and show that they can do good with Drew Lock and that this isn't just hype. So, yeah, I think those are my predictions for the week one. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I don't know if I'm going to edit this, but probably not, because I want my true self to show, I guess. And yeah, this is going to be fun, guys. I am ready for the NFL season. see you guys in my Cardinals video and in the reaction. Hope you guys have a good day. Stay safe.